Our principal, John LeBlanc, has been here for a long time, but how well do we know him? Come join us with Lunch with LeBlanc.
Let's eat!
Lovely having you here.
Thanks for having me.
What would you want to try first?
The shrimp.
Yes, sir. Here we go. How did you become a principal?
I became a principal. I'd done just about everything here. I came as a teacher and a coach originally, and then I got promoted to assistant principal and an athletic director and head football coach and head baseball coach. I did that all in one time, and then I left for a little while. I kind of had to. Then I came back. I got hired back and came back and went back in the classroom, and then became the athletic director and did that, and then coached again, and then became the advancement guy, like raising all the money that Miss Ray does, and then Mr. Israel decided to leave, so I decided to put my name in the hat. I waited to the very last hour to turn in my resume and my application because I didn't want anybody to know.
Yes, sir.
And then through the interview process, they actually did 2 different rounds. So there was about 15 candidates the first time around, and I was one of the final 3. And then they weren't sure they wanted to hire me, so they opened it up again, and I was one of the final 3 of the 10 they did, and then they ended up choosing me. The reason why I did it was because, you can't complain about something if you're not willing to try to change it. And I just didn't like the way things were kind of going with how we were doing things. Not that Mr. Israel did a bad job, but it was just different. Going to school here and being here and knowing what the culture is, it's a lot easier to do things when you know about things.
Yes, sir.
So that's kind of why I did it, because you can't gripe about something you're not willing to try to change for the better. So
yes, sir.
And I griped a little bit. So.
That's good that you made the change.
Yeah.
So what's your day in the life as a principal? What do you do when you?
Normally, lots of interaction with parents. I wish I could get to the classrooms more often because I enjoy going to the classrooms and just watching. But when I go to the classrooms, I don't bring anything because I'd like to do informal observations. And that's why you see me looking in classrooms through the windows, through the hallways, because I like to see what y'all are doing when you don't know I'm looking.
Yes, sir.
And the teachers too, because I don't like to make the teachers nervous. So,
yes,
that, and then. Dealing with the business side of things. I got Coach Green for discipline and that kind of building and stuff, and Miss Johnson for the academic side. I kind of handle like the business side of it, and so it's kind of a unique model. But I'm kind of like a CEO of a company, really, to be honest with you. And so if you don't have a good team, I got a great team, and we do. Loyola does, and they all know what their responsibilities are, and. They for the most part do a good job. If I don't like what happens, I don't openly criticize them. I try not to because that's not a good way to lead. I support them and then bring them in and say, hey, we need to let's talk about this. Maybe we need to do something a little different. But all in all, it's it's when you have a wonderful staff that cares. Mm-hmm. It's a pretty laid back work environment because I don't pressure. They're professionals. They know what they need to do, mm-hmm. and if they don't, then I'll let them know they need to do it. So,
Did you ever plan on becoming principal? Did you have any other dreams before as a child?
As a child, just even when I was little, little known fact, when I was in high school, I actually taught Sunday school.
Really?
For all 4 years, yeah. And then in the summer, I was a lifeguard and I taught swimming.
That's cool.
So, and I just knew I like being around kids. But my first job out of college was I actually got a job working for Nestle chocolate. I was a salesman.
Oh, speaking about chocolate.
Yeah, and I did that. But Coach Green was the baseball coach, and so I was. I didn't have an office. I just traveled around and did that kind of stuff. So I helped Coach Green with baseball, and then when Coach Green got a job going somewhere else, I went ahead and applied because that's what I got. I got my degree in education, so that's how it kind of happened. But I think I always wanted to do that. I think I thought I wanted to be a salesman because that's what my dad did, but my mom was a religion teacher for 34 years, so it was in my blood, and everything I did growing up was related to teaching something. So
yes, sir. That's really good. Your least favorite thing about working here?
Least favorite thing?
Yes, sir.
Dealing with an old building.
Oh yeah.
It's it's, you fix something, then something else breaks, and you think you got all the air conditioners working, and then another one breaks, and the pipes break, and it's just like that. But all in all, this is not like coming to work. I mean, it's I think most of us here feel this way, but this is not coming to work. It's you get to do what you love to do, and sometimes y'all make me mad. Parents make me mad. Teachers make you mad, but. You can't worry about the things you can't control, and you just handle the things you can. So.
So then, what's your favorite thing about working here?
You guys, the kids, the students, being with the students.
Oh, that's good.
So I really miss being in the classroom, but I'm kind of glad I'm not in there because I don't think I could teach the way I did before when I started. So.
Does that say something?
I mean, because I was pretty, things change, and as culture changes around you. I mean, I've been here 30 years, so it was a lot different when I was here in the early 90s.
Yes, sir. Who's your faculty best friend?
Faculty best friend? If I don't say Miss Watts, I'll get in trouble because we get even when she gets mad at me or I get mad at her, it doesn't last long. But because we're together most of the time.
Yes, sir.
But I would say her, and then probably Coach Green, because I've known him forever too. I dated his sister in high school.
Oh my goodness!
And her daughter went here. Her daughters went here. Because we played baseball and football and basketball together.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a year older than me.
Oh, I thought you were older than Coach Green.
He's older than me.
Oh.
So do I look older? I don't have gray hair. I don't have hair.
But. So, what's your favorite hobby to do outside of school?
Love to fish.
Oh, fishing.
Yeah. And the fall is my favorite. I don't fish. I do fish some in the fall, but I love this time of year because I love college football and stuff like that, and high school football too.
So is football your favorite sport to watch?
Yeah, probably. But I watch it all. I mean, I have 3 TVs on my deck that I.
Oh.
So actually, I had 4. I took one down. But so I would just have on Saturdays I would cook food and invite people over and call it game day and just hang out and watch football.
That's fun.
It's like your own mini walk-ons.
Basically, because I have a TV in the living room, TV in the den, and then 4 on the deck.
That's crazy. 4?
Yeah, well, because you have it all different games, especially college games.
Yes,
you got
sir. A real big college football fan.
Yes.
You could change one thing about the building of Loyola.
How about the campus?
Of the campus, what would you change?
So, I'll elaborate a little bit on this one. When I was when I was the advancement director, we went through a capital campaign. We raised some money and that's how we built the new cafeteria. But the long-term plan was to redo the entire campus and renovate the entire building. We weren't going to tear them down, but we were going to renovate them. And we're going to add a new science wing right behind the gym, and then another gym attached to the old gym. So you would come in from Cicero up into the foyer, and then you'd walk to the new gym. And then it would have weight room, locker room, stuff like that for all the teams, and then it'd be a 3-story new science and math lab.
Dang.
So I think I have the old. I'll let y'all look at the plans later on that we did. But it was at that time when we did this, and that building's, gosh, this is my 12th year. So I did that about 13 years ago, maybe 14 years ago. So at that time, the overall cost was about $26 million.
Oh my
gosh,
goodness!
26.
Well, it was 3 phases. So the first phase, we didn't know what we were going to do. So it was 3 phases, and then we ended up deciding the cafeteria wasn't what we were going to do originally.
Yes.
What were y'all going to do originally?
Originally, it was about building a new gym.
Oh.
But then as we went through we assessed our needs and all that stuff, we needed a place to gather that was not just the gym in the old cafeteria was the library. And so then it came up that we built the new cafeteria, and then we did about $1 million renovation in the gym, and about $1.5 million in the basement. So all the floors are supposed to be looking like the basement looks like. We ever got to phase 2, which was going to be doing the new gym, and then phase 3, which would be the new classroom wing. The residence building would then become an ancillary building, so clubs and groups could use and offices. First floor would be offices, and then the second and third floor would be for clubs and groups to have for their areas.
That would be cool.
Because we can't put central air and heat in there, and to do it in here was We couldn't do it in here because it was so expensive. Because they don't build buildings like this anymore.
Yeah,
The floors are. I mean, the floors are about 2 feet thick of concrete. So somebody broke in and set the school on fire.
What?
Like my first year. This was I think it was '92. Guy was a little disgruntled. He got mad when they allowed girls in, and he broke in and put a bunch of books in the trash.
It a kid or
It was he had graduated already, but he was mad because girls were here, and he was. I don't want to say anything bad, but he was.
Yeah.
He set it on fire, and I was actually coming up here for football. I mean, for baseball because we practiced here at that time. And I mean, there was fire trucks everywhere, and we were closed for 3 weeks. So 1 week was spring break, and then 2 weeks was renovation. But even when you came back in, even though the fire was contained to this floor, the whole school smelled like smoke, and they had to redo all of it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
If you could meet anyone, who would you meet? Like any famous person?
Live or dead?
Either.
Probably Jesus.
Jesus? That's a good one.
I mean, I think just because I'm a cradle Catholic. I mean, and that's what my faith is based around what he does for us. So.
Yes, sir. So what's your favorite dessert?
A favorite dessert? I love creme brulee, but I do like dark chocolate. So.
Yes, sir. There you go.
Thank you.
Thanks for staying tuned for Lunch with LeBlanc. Our Flyer family loves and appreciates you. This has been Angel Pham.